Not the old Mexico, the new Mexico. Very funny man. He's been on Local Comedy Jam. He's been on Comedy Central. Put your hands together for the one, the only, Animal Garcia.
What's up, LA? Man, it's good to be here from the middle of the desert, man. And be a VIP here tonight, a very important pendejo. You know, I flew in last night. I flew in La Raza Airlines, Southwest. You know, I know Chicanos built that plane because there's only 500 seats, but we could fit 800 people in it. You know, it's just a Monte Carlo with wings. Has the primer on the side. You know what I mean? Instead of giving peanuts, they should give chiclets. But I like to fly. What I didn't like to ride was the bus when I was a kid, man, because if I missed the bus, my mom would beat me. She'd beat the hell out of me, man. But what's the difference between a white kid missing the bus and a Latino kid missing the bus? A white kid will miss the bus and say, "Mom, I missed the bus." A Latino kid will say, "Mom, the bus left me." And we were poor when I was a kid, man. We were poor. And when we had a car that didn't even move, a Nova. I go, the emergency brake was the brake. The visor was her hand. We couldn't even afford seatbelts. My mom would be driving, she'd be all, "Mijito." But we lived in a Latino mansion, a double white trailer. And I mean, how many rich Chicanos does anybody know? I know one, George Lopez. But any Latinos see other rich Latinos, they go, "He's selling drugs?" Or "He got a settlement?" I just got my settlement now. I used to be an altar boy. Oh, man, but I just got my girlfriend some implants, so now she has bigger breasts than I do. And what is it, man? When cops pull her over, she gets away with everything. When a cop pulls her over, what's the first thing she does? "Is there a problem, officer?" And he's like, "You were going too fast. You want to slow him down?" And she's like, "Are you going to give me a ticket?" And he's like, "No, you have a nice nipple. I mean, day." So I tried it. He came up to the car and I go, "Is that a problem, officer?" He got me for sexual harassment and speeding. Imagine if he was gay, he would have said, "We could settle it out of court." And I go, "All right," I said, "Get in, it's time for your breathalyzer." And he would have been all, "It tastes like salsa." And, you know, being gay's in now, man. They get all the chicks. My cousin, he called me the other day. My cousin Hector, he called me the other day, and he's all, "Hi, animal." And I'm all, "Hector?" And he goes, "Don't call me Hector no more. It's Enrico." I go, "Why are you talking like that?" He goes, "'Cause I'm gay now. I'm coming out of the garage." I go, "You mean out of the closet?" "Out of the garage, out of the closet, whatever. But I don't know what to tell my parents." And I go, "Just tell them it wasn't your fault. They said that you were sucked into it." Like me, I mean, I'm bisexual. I always say bye after sex. I'm all, "Bye, later." And my grandma tells me, "Mijito, you date girls that are too young." And I go, "Grandma, this year is my last prom. I swear to God." Because when I went to go pick up my date, I had graduated with her parents. They were like, "Hey, how you doing?" I go, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "Hey, the class reunion's in 3 months, no?" And my grandma, she's been with my grandpa for 75 years, but she still thinks that he's cheating on her. She goes, "Mijito, I think your grandpa's having an affair on me." And I go, "Why do you say that?" And I go, "Because he's taking the Niagara." And I go, "You mean Viagra, Grandma?" "Niagara, Viagra, whatever." She can never pronounce her names, you know, her names right. She goes, "And if he's not careful, he's gonna catch the Rolaids." I go, "How do you know this, Grandma?" And she goes, "Because I call him late at night on the cellulite and he doesn't answer." And I go, "Ee." But I want to get married and settle down one of these days. But my uncle tells me, don't get married, mijito, don't get married. There's 5 rings to marriage. There's the promise ring, the engagement ring, the wedding ring, and the suffering, and the hearing. You don't want to listen to her. So I listen to my tío, you know, because he has a PhD. He's a pretty heavy drinker. My other uncle works for NASA. He's the best janitor they have. My other tío, he's a retired soldier. And I told him, "Tío, did you go to Vietnam?" And he goes, "I'm still there with this cabrona." And my tío used to be a boxer. When he, in the service, he used to be a boxer. And I remember that he had a ring, and I always wanted to be a Latino boxer. I always had this dream of being a Latino boxer when I was a kid, and I'd be boxing in his ring. And I remember I'd think, oh, well, I'm going to fight in Vegas one day, and this is how they're going to announce me. It would take Jimmy Lennon Jr. and Michael Buffer to announce my Latino name. Say, "Ladies and gentlemen, brought to you by Mandalay Bay Casino and Resort. In association with Budweiser, King of Beers, we bring to you the last fight of his career. He hails from Albuquerque, New Mexico. He weighed in at 230 pounds 3 days ago, and today his fat ass weighs 280. He needs no introduction in the civilized world. He is the flyweight, lightweight, bantamweight, cruiserweight, middleweight, heavyweight champion of the world. I'm running out of breath, so I'm going to turn it over to Michael Buffer." Ladies and gentlemen, and to the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, let's get ready to rumble! Presenting you on the left side, he is the undisputed, undefeated, underrated, X-rated, the taco-slain burrito assassin, Anthony Paco de la Vega, Camino Córdoba, Jose Cuevro Sanchez, Rodriguez, Guadalupe Martinez Garcia, the third Junior. And this is his last fight. Thank God. Local Comedy Jam LA. My name's Animal.
Let's hear it one more time, Animal Garcia. I'm Joey Medina. We'll be right back with more Local Comedy Jam. Thank you. All right, Scarface, get the fuck out. All right.